COVID in real estate in Nova Scotia, that's our topic today. Hi, I'm Brenda Kay with the Halifax Home Selling Group, and of course this is the sweet Miss Frankie who's always with me. So I want to talk today about COVID and real estate. We have a real driving market down here right now in Halifax. I mean, it's busy all across the country. They've seen it before. We haven't. This is new. I talked to an agent, got his license in 1986, and I said, when was the last time you saw the market like this? And he said, never. So let's talk about a few things that and how COVID has affected the real estate. One of the big things is, of course, working from home. So, I was, back in the day, got an office job in the late 70s, and you were there at 9 o'clock and you didn't leave till 5 o'clock. And there's no way, can you imagine me? I'm picking up my big IBM typewriter, I'm taking that home at night, and I'm going to do my work. Even the thought of that was so far out of our realm of ever happening. And then about 15 years ago, when working from home was a little bit more commonplace, I started a new sales position with that, and I loved it. I embraced it. There's some real tricks to make it work for you, and we'll talk about that on another video. And again, now technology's it's so far advanced. So what COVID has done, it said, okay, listen, we need to be able to function completely alone and isolated. Oh, I know, sad. But unfortunately, that's what's happened. So let's talk about why Nova Scotia. Think about people that have the jobs in Toronto and Vancouver and Calgary. Google is not bringing anybody back to their office till at least 2021, which is not too far away now, but they're talking the spring or the fall of 2021. So, what is it that's the driving force behind a lot of real estate here in Nova Scotia and COVID? How's it related? People are coming home. People are realizing, they've had to leave home 15, 20 years ago, whenever was the case, to get their corporate job in Toronto, in Calgary, Ottawa, Vancouver. And they don't have to do that anymore. They're in Calgary or Vancouver or, looking at, working from home, and they don't have to drive the traffic anymore. They don't have to have the expensive lunches. We all know, because I never thought of this, you could wear, not that I have them on, but you could wear Lululemons and then a nice shirt and you can do your work. So, the thing is the technology has allowed for that. And of course the COVID unfortunately has made that, mandatory to keep us safe for the next little while. But there's always something that comes out of something, right? You always say, take the good with the bad. You know what? Come home to Nova Scotia. That's what people are doing. Do you know a home that sells here for $499,000? My sister bought one out west. Same home here, same size, pretty much same finishes, even the craftsman style like we're building in Bedford West at the time was going for $499. She paid $850 for it. So you get so much more with your real estate. Ottawa is, we're seeing, like I said, in addition to the low interest rate and low inventory, we're seeing people, and we're going to talk about this in another video, of buying virtually. So you get to come home. You don't have to deal with the traffic snarl in the big cities. You're not the cost of living in the larger cities, even the hustle and the bustle of the big cities, So Halifax is a major port city, and we have everything that Toronto has and Vancouver has and Calgary. We just have it on a smaller scale. So we're a city that can accommodate anything, any type of industry, any type of technology, and yet we've retained that small town value, the friendliness, the pace of the city. And you know the biggest things that it's doing? It's bringing families back home. I have been selling some homes virtually to people that have been gone 25 years. I just settled a couple. He was from here. He went to BC 25 years ago. He met his wife. They married. They raised their kids. He never thought he'd be back to Nova Scotia. Well, COVID changed that for him. They virtually bought a home in Chester Basin. Beautiful waterfront home. He turned the boathouse into this awesome office. So COVID and real estate. That is the driving force that's going on a lot down here in Nova Scotia. And you know what? I'll put a call out to anybody that's from Halifax, from Nova Scotia. Come on home. If you're thinking about it, you can reach out and talk to somebody, and how can it be set up? If you know that that is what, you know, you're not gonna go back to the office, as a lot of companies are choosing. So that is one of the reasons that the COVID is driving the real estate market here in Halifax. We're seeing a lot of people come back. So on the next video, we're going to talk about buying your home virtually. The one I just mentioned in Chester Basin, we'll talk about that one. And are you ready for the stats? She's ready for the stats. What's happening in real estate? So right now we have 1,006 active listings. If you remember last week that we had under 1,000, so that's good. And we had new listings of 165. And this week, which is nice, is the sold ones were 139. So it's nice to see more inventory coming on that's selling, just to give us that little bit of buffer so buyers even have a chance to get in and buy things. The days on market were 29 days, and the average price was $318,000 and change. I am Brenda Kay with the Halifax Real Estate Group. This is the Sweet Miss Frankie. I love doing these videos and bringing information to you. Please hit the subscribe button, like and share if you enjoy our videos. We'll talk to you next week. Cheers.